resonate for the rest of the season. As we'll see, the Michigan Wolverines taking on the Purdue Boilermakers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollock, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. Boilermakers will kick it off to get us underway. He'll start the return inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. So the Michigan Wolverines offense will go to work first. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power, all those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the...
Oh, he's got some space. Ball down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. The Wolverines come to the line with a new set of downs. Dropping back, it's Carr. Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. There he goes down the right side. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
So Purdue's offense will get the ball for the first time. The matchup we'll be watching in this one really takes you back. Big-time running back going right into the face of a tackling machine at linebacker, David.
Yeah, and we're going to see this individual battle a lot. Not just in pass coverage when they match up, but just meeting in holes. And who's going to win when they go head-to-head? That will be a big factor in who wins this football game. But, Jesse, one-on-one, this is going to be a show.
This is going to be an incredible matchup that's going to go on until there's zeros up on the clock. Both of these guys have circled this game on the calendar because they knew who they were going to be facing. And two guys we know are going to play at the next level. But I think this is probably one of the better individual matchups we're going to see all season long.
27 jump. He'll do it himself. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Here comes the heat, running into the open space. The margin for error is so small in this conference, it's really imperative to get off to a good start in Big Ten play.
Especially, Reese, since you're adding so much talent now to this conference.
And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
Man, this home crowd was so jacked up, so excited to finally get the football after giving up points on the first drive and having to be quiet. Now they're quiet again. How about the defense coming in here, shutting this crowd up early and doing their job?
The Boilermakers will call on their punt team. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Fields the punt. Wants to make a play. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stops. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Wants to adjust the pattern. Off play action on first down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Hits him in stride inside the 10. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it first and goal.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the second drive, he's firing on all cylinders. You can tell this guy did his homework coming into this game, and right now it's paying off.
A first down run in the red zone. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line and no farther. Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? Looking to throw, it's Carr. Working to the goal line. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Hey, man, it's hard to throw down here in the red zone. These windows are tiny and they close fast. So there's nowhere to go in the end zone there. That time having to check it down. A nice job by the defense rallying and making a tackle.
Trying to pound it in. They rode their running back, but he could not make it. It'll be fourth down.
I like the way this offense is ending the first half. Like, putting a good drive together. I like the running down here in this area. You got to be physical in this part of the field. You've got a good lead. You got a chance to go in the half with more momentum, continue to run the ball, eat the clock, and put some points on the board.
They're going to run it. Goal line defense on fourth down, and they give him nothing, making the stop at the 2. And the Boilermakers buried deep in their own territory, just trying to find breathing room on first down. And I think he got back to the 2-yard line, but the defense was ready for the run. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Breaks into the open. And he'll work his way out across the 10 to about the 12.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. The Boilermakers lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down. 27 jump. He'll sneak it. He just needed a yard on third down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up. They bring the punter onto the field now. He'll go back to work and punt it away for the second time. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. Here's the handoff. Nice move to pick up yardage. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
I love this guy because he brings a physicality to this Michigan offense. Bo Schembechler would have loved this guy. He would have loved to jog a few extra tight ends on the field, get the QB under center, student body right, and give this guy the football. He would have fit in perfectly with his running style. Man, he is hard to bring down.
They've moved to the 16. It's 1st and 10. They go to the ground. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Pulls and throws off the RPO. And they pick up the first down in what might be the last play here in the first quarter. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. the running game on 1st and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Michigan. Effective offense leading the way here in establishing this lead.
And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out, be clicking early, get everything going, want to get all the facets rolling. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense doing whatever they want.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
They'll run play action. Got his man downfield. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
I like the QB here. Very decisive, understanding I get the ball to my slot guy, he can make plays after it. Like the quickness, the speed, the elusiveness. You watch him, man, he catches the football, and a big play can happen. And you saw after the catch, man, he's got some wheels.
It was so important this offense was able to find a way to get in the rhythm, and the running game is now helping that. 2 straight punts on their previous 2 drives. This drive, though, they're having a little bit more success. Big reason why is this running back. He's been able to find some creases to run through, and it's really helping out this offense.
Throws to the tight end. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Knocked down at the 43-yard line, and the interception has him set up in plus territory.
As a quarterback, you've got to give your receiver an opportunity to make the play. You've got to put the ball on his body. And that throw gets away a little bit from the QB, and that leads to the tip and the interception.
Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. They've already put a couple of scores up, and they look to add to it on this drive. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Offense tries to go RPO and hand off to the running back, but how about the defense up front? They're just too stout. They're not getting moved anywhere. They're able to make a big-time play.
And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep. Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. Send the tight end in motion. He wants to change this route. Toss sweep to the right. Runs through a tackle. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Has to get there to move the sticks. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Love the call going RPO here on 4th and short. And how about the running back? This is a guy that gets the tough yards. He finds ways to get those hidden yards.
Turning it on. Got enough for the 1st down and wants more. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. And the Wolverines are in the hurry-up.
And how about the running back, man? Rips off a big play. This offense creates some momentum, and what do? They keep their foot on the gas right back on the football to try to keep this offense rolling.
Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line.
I think the toss does a really good job of getting the football on the edge quickly. You know, you toss it out there to the running back. You better block the defensive end. That's priority number 1. Good job blocking the defensive end. Getting a nice positive game in the toss game.
He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. The Wolverines pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. He wants it all. Touchdown, Wolverines. Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game.
The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. There's still plenty of time, but you see that 21-point deficit, and there is a sense of urgency now. Finds space on the right. Oh, and he ruins the big gainer with a fumble. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
Yeah, and you see wide receivers make those catches and try to get upfield and now turn into a running back and make something happen. And a lot of times you just forget to secure that football real tight. And you could tell DB got it out. Big mistake, big turnover, nice forced turnover by the defense.
Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Offense changing the play. Looking downfield, it's Carr. He rifles one deep to the left. Makes the grab deep. They make the stop, but a big pickup thanks to the big arm from this senior quarterback.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half for the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
He's got it on the run. Touchdown, Michigan. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
You talk about going on the road and making a statement. 27-0. Hostile environment be danged. You talk about home field advantage. Well, it hasn't worked. They have come in and had answers and started this first half as good as you possibly can.
Ready to try the point after. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Week to week, it's so tough to figure the ACC, which is why this one is notable. Georgia Tech has the lead right now, but if this team has taught us anything over the years, it's that no lead is safe inside Bobby Dodd Stadium. They're up by a field goal over Pittsburgh. Never know what's going to happen in the ACC, and we'll circle back if anything develops. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Looks like he's going to try to return it. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. First play of the drive, lost the throw. Oh, they're after him. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down.
Those always sting a little bit. When you get so close to getting the QB to the ground, creating a negative play, and then all of a sudden he turns it into something positive, just really annoying as a defensive guy.
Swings it out to the flat. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
He'll try to pick it up on the ground. Gets the job done on 3rd down as he gets it to the 25 before he's brought down. The Boilermakers in the hurry-up. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Makes the grab. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the 1st down. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Wants to go up top. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the right. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
That's a great sign for this offense. Man, everything's been difficult so far, and you've dug yourself a huge hole. They're going to have to find some completions, find some energy, find some momentum somehow, because it's been a struggle out the gates.
Looking to throw on first down. Got his man. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. The Boilermakers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Inside the 20, stopped at the 19 as they try to get a score on the board before the half. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Got his man on the right. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. The give to the back. They get him on the ground, but not before he drives it to the 10-yard line. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Gets it to the back. And they'll stop him inside the 5, but the defense is backed up in the shadow of its own goalpost. And now a chance not only to cut into the lead, but play it just right, and maybe the other team doesn't even get a chance to answer. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Second down, he'll throw it. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Purdue! Quick strike through the air for the score.
Let's just call it like it is. The first half has been ugly for this offense. Not a lot to cheer about until that play right there. They finally score. We've seen crazy things happen in college football. They're way down on the scoreboard right now, but anything can happen, and anything can change after you score like that.
And he'll bring it back. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Back to throw, it's Carr. Makes the catch. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. To the air on first down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, yeoman's work so far in West Lafayette today, and welcome into the halftime update. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis, and through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Ross-Ade Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. And the Wolverines will kick it off to start the second half. And he's going to try to return this one. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speak and very score. I get a stop. I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops, so this is a critical drive here for this offense.
From the gun, he leaves it with the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. And the Boilermakers line up trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And, man, this offense just searching for... way to climb back and get back into this game. They're down by 1,000, and it's not looking good, and you can't even protect your quarterback on 3rd down. Like, everything going the other direction.
He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. So here comes the Michigan offense. Right to the back and leaves it on the option. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football.
There he goes. Picks up the first down, still moving. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football, and you're now seeing...
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. for the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Ready up. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. The give to the back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, the defense was trailing going into halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. They'll leave it with him. Shakes off the defender. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
And the last thing they need is to squander this great field position facing a 3rd and long. Making side adjustments here. Looking to throw its car. Unloads to the right. Complete on the comeback. The change will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on 3rd down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
So surprised we have not been calling this guy's name more. He's one of the best tight ends in the country, but give the defense credit. They have had an outstanding game plan, limiting him so far. That's only his 2nd catch of the game.
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Wolverines.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
And he knocked that one right down the middle. On the move from inside his 5. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. They'll give it to the back. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 16.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Well, a nice job by the defense. They're playing with a big lead. They know the offense has to throw it, and they are inviting throws over the middle of the field, knowing they can break on these passes and maybe pick one off. Offense lucky that wasn't a turn.
Oh, he's got some space. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Fires to the tight end. At midfield, he's got room. Good pickup there as he gets the 1st down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
The Boilermakers are marching down the field. Out of the gun to give to the back. He just slips and slides his way down to the 42.
This defense has got to get better at tackling in the open field or game tackling, because if you need 3 or 4 guys to bring a guy down, have fun with that.
The Boilermakers can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Gives it on the option. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Fires to the wideout. Makes the grab. What a nice connection. Knocked down immediately, and they've got it at the 25. The Boilermakers will snap it on 1st and 10.
And the offense has found a lot of success throwing to this guy out of the slot. He's done a nice job working the middle of the field, winning his one-on-one matchups. And this quarterback really feels a good rhythm when he's looking his way.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6.
Here we go, set.
Off the play fake. Pocket breaking down. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
Those play-action passes take a little bit longer to develop, right? Because you still have the fake, and then the quarterback turns his back to the defense, has to reset. You got to protect him a little bit better than that, or the fake's got to be a lot better.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. A strike downfield. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. And it hasn't been much of a contest as we take a look at the overwhelming game stats through 3. Continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. It's 4th down, and they can make the field goal from here, but it looks as if they're going to leave the offense out there. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's 4th down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
Breaks into the open. How about that effort to get it out across the 20? They'll mark it at the 21. It's a 1st down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Dropping back, it's Carr. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long, different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there, but on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls in.
Running back searching for a hole. Solid run, picks up 6 and gets it to the 28.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
The Wolverines are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They got 0 push up front, and they stopped them in the backfield. The punt team makes its way onto the field. And the return man couldn't get to it to make the catch, and the ball will bounce out of bounds. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Walter. And he's down at the 41. That's a 1st down. New set of downs after the completion.
Ready.
Rides the back on the option. The give. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on on second down. The play action fake. The quick out. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. And the Boilermakers are on the move.
Set, ready.
Rides the back and leads it. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
And it's been a long day for this offense. If you can't protect your quarterback, it's hard to be successful. That's the 5th sack they have given up. The offensive coordinator has no answers, and this defense has been flying around.
On fourth down, looking to pass. Big man has it. It's a first down and more. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep. The huge play got him on the porch, but now they got to kick in the door. They'll dial up the run on first and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Boilermaker! The result of this game is going to sting for sure, but you've got to continue to build, you've got to improve, and you can take some positives out of this late hustle and build for next week.
There's always positives, and coaches are always looking for those things that we did well. What did we do well so we can do more of it in the future? Finding some things here late that they did well.
Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Right on the money. No chance to run, but they still move it forward.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and in all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. And the Wolverines in a good spot here with second and short.
Get set, get set.
The give as they work on that clock.
They've got the lead, but here in the fourth quarter, it's starting to dwindle. And if they're going to hang on to this game, they've got to be able to run it. It's a really tough thing to do when the opponent knows exactly what you're going to do, but this is what you train for. You've got to be the more physical unit right now.
They'll try to run for it. Offenses gain momentum with third down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
To the ground with the back. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. Didn't get much on first down. It's second and 9. They'll move the tight end. Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. Fires to the big fella. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there. A strong, methodical, workmanlike effort from this team. No frills, just get the job done and get the win.
I love when you describe my teams like that. Just consistent, methodical, strong. I don't have to do things special every single week. All I'm supposed to do is get the W, and that's what they did.
And this is why practice is so important, guys. You can tell that this team was locked in way back earlier in the week. They watched the film. They got good looks in practice. They knew what to anticipate. They knew what looks they were going to see. And when those looks presented themselves, boy, oh boy, did they ever take advantage.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.